I'm an addict. Simon Sharma's an addict. Tony Robinson's addiction has ruined his life. You probably tried it at school and decided you didn't like it. I'm talking about the drug of history. Here on the streets of Edinburgh, it's really easy to score history. So if you want to join me and get high on the past, I've got some really good history shit. The kids call it Bonnie Prince Charlie! We are history! It's 1745 and Scottish hopes for a return to a Stuart monarchy rested with this man, Bonnie Prince Charlie. Now, of course, that was just a nickname. His real name was Bonnie Prince Charles. His rebellion was, of course, defeated at the Battle of Culloden. So, what went wrong? Well, to find out, I'm going to follow in his footsteps. I've got just 12 hours to raise the clans, march on London, overthrow the monarchy and put myself on the throne of England. We all know what today's royal family look like. There they are. But who would have been standing on the balcony at Buckingham Palace if Bonnie Prince Charlie had succeeded? Kieran here is going to show us.
Well, it probably looked something like this, David.
Chilling. Can you take the tartan off? That's a bit disrespectful. Sorry. If anyone will help me invade England, it's the Scottish National Party. I've arranged to meet Mike Russell, their shadow education spokesman. He looks like he could handle himself in a scrap. So, Mike, what have you got against the English?
Oh, almost everything, I would have thought. Running Scotland, my mother was English, you know, these things are deeply psychological.
How could I make the clans flock to my banner?
You have to drink a lot. Bonnie Prince Charlie, for most of the second part of his life, was drunk all the time.
What sort of alco pops?
Slightly stronger than that. Alco pops weren't that widely available in the 18th and 19th century.
So, Mike, would you be prepared to help me raise the clans?
I've been waiting all my life to do this, absolutely.
Fandabby-dozy. If I'm going to follow in Bonnie Prince Charlie's footsteps, it's important I look the part.
Yeah? Definitely.
Hello, gentlemen. Can I help?
Yes, I'm looking for the Oxley tartan.
I'm afraid that doesn't exist.
Right. Can you try under Muck Oxley?
Same will probably apply. I'll go and check for you.
Thank you. Thanks. So, what do you reckon?
Lose the hat.
David, sorry, could you just close your legs?
Oh, for crying out loud, this is how they would have worn them.
Oh, God, well, I can't eat anymore.
Right, so just to clarify the script, Bonnie Prince Charlie, he was the young pretender.
Yeah.
Right, so who's the old pretender?
That's his father, James Stewart.
What, the bloke from Moby Dick?
No, that's Gregory Peck you're thinking of, isn't it?
No, you're thinking of Vertigo.
No, it is James Stewart.
And he's the great pretender?
No, that's Freddie Mercury.
Sorry, where were we?
Oh, God.
At my school, raising the clans was something you did after lights out. But to Bonnie Prince Tyler, it meant something completely different. It was a way of recruiting an army out of the fearsome Highland tribes.
Would you be prepared to join my army?
Yes, I would, definitely. Against the English.
Would you mind wearing the traditional Scottish tam o' shanter?
Proud to wear it.
Do you want to be in our army?
And kill Englishmen?
Yes.
Certainly.
Do I get a weapon?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Mid-autumn, 1745. Bonnie Prince Charlie gathered his Jacobite army for the long march into enemy territory. Now, we won't be marching. We're taking the train.
But just like Bonnie Prince Charlie, with no idea how long it will take or whether we'll make it in one piece. OK, listen, lads, remember, if the ticket inspector gets on, hide in the toilet. Let's go get the English!
The English King George II had a fight on his hands. But what could he expect to face? Chick Allen is a weapons expert who's agreed to show me how a Scottish clansman would have fought.
So, Chick, am I right in thinking that the clansman would have had two of these and they'd have put them on the ground like that and danced?
No.
Well, you're the expert.
apparently. How would they have fought?
Like this! Oh, oh my God. Oh, shit! What the hell do you think you're doing? I get the point. All right? Wanker. I didn't mean that! Oh my God! If this tuna mayo sandwich is England, the Jacobite rebellion looked something like this. They swept through Carlisle, the Lake District, and Manchester, and in early December arrived in Derby.
There, like so many before and since, they turned back in disgust.
Derby was the turning point for the Jacobite army. As they retreated north, they were pursued by 9,000 English redcoats. Come out.
These aren't the right sort of redcoats, David.
We haven't tried the hats on yet. Come on. See, that's better.
No, it's not. It looks stupid.
The chase ended on a windswept moor named Culloden. There, a demoralised force of under 5,000 Jacobites faced an English army of twice their size.
Had Charlie Jacobitten off more than he could chew?
You can imagine the scene the night before the battle. The Jacobites would have enjoyed a traditional Scottish meal of chips, haggis, fish, with salt and sauce. Some more chips, a deep-fried pizza, a battered sausage, a fritter, one of these, and of course, a deep-fried Mars bar. For many, it would be their last meal.
Massively outnumbered, Bonnie Prince Charming and his remaining Highlanders charged the enemy ranks. The English, led by the Duke of Cumberland, were brutal, swift and efficient. The Highlanders were massacred. The Jacobite rebellion was crushed. With his forces decimated and his hopes of kingship in tatters, there wasn't much for Charlie to be bonny about.
He changed his name. He became the Charlie formerly known as Bonnie Prince.
He was forced to flee Scotland, disguised as woman. Charlie boarded a boat that would take him over the sea to Skye.
I'm not Bonnie Prince Charlie, by the way, in case that's what you're thinking.
Like his father in 1715, Bonnie Prince Charlie had failed. History always repeats itself, the first time as tragedy, the second time on BBC Choice.
The finest malt whiskey. Very peaty. Can you bung a bit of Coke in that and ice and a slice, please? Lovely. History is like sex. It's complicated, it can be unpleasant, and it's easy to get things the wrong way round. But every once in a while, it can be great. Perhaps that's how Prince Charlie would like us to remember him. But probably not. Cheers then. Bye.
What are you doing?
I'm just practicing the song
Yeah,
for the end.
Yeah, but what song are you singing?
The Banana Boat song.
Yeah, we're doing the Sky Boat
You know,
song.
speed, bunny boat, like a...
No, David, no. No, right, that's it. Give me the maracas. Just give me...
Hallelujah.